All right, so we are back on the Mana Symbol channel in Legacy, the Legacy format. We're going to play this sweeto burrito list from the good, the great, the wonderful Arkh4n trophy board leader, Legacy aficionado, Legacy Council on Twitch. So we are playing 5-color Valki God of Lies Cascade in Legacy. Legacy has access to this card, Shardless Agent, for 1 blue-green. You get a 2/2 artifact creature human rogue with the Cascade trigger, as has Ardent Plea, as has Violent Outburst. So all of these cards can cascade us into a Valki as fast as turn 1 using the amazing speed and power of Simian Spirit Guide and Elvish Spirit Guide. But on top of that, we get to play a fair sort of blue soup mold around that with 4 copies of Force of Negation, 4 copies of Force of Will, and relatively not unsung hero of the format, but occasional comer, Misdirection. So Misdirection has the same pitch ability as Force of Will and Force of Negation, and allows you to redirect a spell, a single spell with a single target. So what are we doing? We're going to redirect our opponent's Force of Wills onto themselves or onto the Misdirection or whatever we want to do. I also love the Paolo Parente art of Misdirection. This is not the version that Mana Traders provided me with. And we've got a couple copies of Mystical Dispute and 4 copies of Oko, Thief of Crowns. So nice clean construction here. Our 2 Wooded Foothills can get Volcanic Island, Tropical Island, Taiga, or Plateau, which in various combinations can give us access to Violent Outburst, Ardent Plea, Shardless Agent, or Oko. And then we've got a sideboard full of, reasonable hate cards. I was watching Arkh4n play some of this earlier today. It looked like a blast, so...
Meanwhile...
Yes, Roy, we are playing unfair... This is not Anzi's list. This is Arkh4n's list. I think Anzi played it as he was referenced it from Arkh4n after Arkh4n hit his 5-0 earlier today. I literally watched him end his stream and go over to Anurag's stream and tell Anurag to stream it, and then Anurag pulled up the list and started streaming it. So it is, I believe, initially from Arkh4n. I can cite the tweet if you need me to. But anyway, this looks like a blast. And to your credit, Roy, yes, I do love playing fair decks, but in Legacy, it feels like a lot more fair game to play busted stuff like this because, I mean, you look at our deck, we're playing Force of Will, Misdirection, Force of Negation. There's lots of tools to deal with this nonsense. I ran into Schwen. Schwen said, Zach, are you playing the dirty deck? You better not be playing the dirty deck. And then he started cursing nonstop.
Meanwhile...
I'm going to tell him, if you were more skilled with a higher MMR, you wouldn't have to face my garbage. Also, love you. Heart. Sincerely, Zach. Says that's not how they pair, lol. Alright, so we've got a turn 2 Violent Outburst or Oko. My opponent kept their 7. It's very likely Schwen is playing something with a bunch of Force of Wills and such. So I think what we're going to do is just sort of slow roll this hand. Hopefully we pick up another land or 2. And we can deploy an Oko first. Try to deal with some of their counter magic with that. We could also pick up a Misdirection, Force of Will, or Force of Negation. No, not that last one. Force of Negation does not help us go off. Unless we're using Violent Outburst. So I hit a Taiga. That's good. Schwen doesn't normally play decks that have Wasteland. Well, we can't put our Oko out fast. Now we can't Force of Will. Well, we do have the ability to play through this. Because we have 4 Okos and 2 of them are in my hand. So Arkh4n is going to have enough counter magic for both. She interacts irritatingly with Cascade, though. Oh, absolutely. You will not be cascading while this card is in play. We can't even cast Force of Will right now. Actually, there's 2 different ways we can't cast Force of Will right now. We can't cast Force of Will because the converted mana cost is greater than the number of lands we control, and if we did cast Force of Will by pitching for it, it would be countered by the trigger. Now, it is possible we could roll up to 5 lands, and then we could hard cast Force of Will. Oh, that's lights out. So we ran into someone playing mono hate cards. Do I want my Lavinias in here to mess with his ability to cast Force of Will? Kind of. But I think I'll just keep it as is. I say as is, as I initially boarded. Maybe could have kept the Force of Negations. Considering it's Arkh4n, I doubt Lavinia will do much good for us. How do you figure? So I've got turn 1. I've got turn 1 Tibalt here with Misdirection up. So we're gonna keep that. Oh, I don't have it. Oh, I thought I had better colors than I do. I have the wrong Cascade spell. Okay. Maybe turn 2 will be good enough? He plays mono. He plays Force of Will. He plays Force of Will. I know he plays Force of Will. He literally Force of Willed me in game 1. Okay. He's on mono hate pieces. Got it. I can't even Oko that one. Alright, moving on. Didn't bring in my Force of Vigors or anything like that. But at least we proved Arkh4n's deck to be a good choice for this evening, I suppose. And here I was thinking I was going to have some fun playing a broken deck in a broken format. Yeah. If we had Shardless Agent in our hand, we could have played through that, but we also would have been able to Cascade on turn 1 anyway, which we couldn't do there, so. Okay, so we're on the draw. I have a turn 1 Cascade spell. Wasn't it worth going on the Oko plan? What, to try to fair him to death? We can't Oko the Deafening Silence. It's an enchantment. So absolutely not. I wouldn't even begin to think of like playing a single Oko against someone who is trying to play a fair game. Yeah, like I don't think so. No. See, now this is what we were looking for, something like this. Okay, so I need the blue and the green here, so we'll go... Oh, Confluence came up. Sweet. So we'll go blue, green, red, and cast Shardless Agent and the Cascade. Whee! I did not boot up this league to play a fair mid-range fight against Arkh4n playing a deck full of like main deck hate pieces. He has made the absolute correct meta game call for today, and that's fine. I don't care. Yeah, exactly. Like I just we could have stayed in that game, but like come on. I'm not beating him there. Would it maybe have been an interesting game of Magic? I guess so, but that's not what I came to do right now. Okay, so this deck could overwhelm a single Tibalt. So we're going to have to do better than this. And most of their cards are not useful for us to exile with our Tibalt. Luckily, we do have a Leyline for game 2 and 3. Well, I don't know about that part, but now I could, of course, play the Hedron Crab and start milling my opponent, which seems like a really good idea, but also, all my Valkis ended up in my hand. I am the least lucky player of these decks I've ever seen. We kept one Valki in our opening. We had 2 in our deck, and thank God I didn't draw both of them before I could cascade into one. I think we'll just play Hedron Crab out as a chump blocker. And if I am going to do that, let's play at this Gemstone Mine first. And show was criminally underwatched. The fact that it was canceled is an abomination and a travesty that we will never live that down. How good is Valki on the front side? Terrible. Medium minus. I heard Gabe Nassif had some positive things to say about it, and I'm shocked and appalled. Like, apparently he in some match boarded out all of his Uros because in game 1 he got wrecked by Valki grabbing his Uro and then turning into an Uro and just beating him to death. So he boarded out all of his Uros and then he couldn't win game 2 without the Uros or something like that. Again, I am not correctly. I don't know where or when I heard this today in some Discord chat or another. Valki looks sweet, but I think it might have potential, says a little bit on the card. Well, but are you aware that even when you turn Valki into the other creature, if they kill the Valki, they get their creature back? Are you aware of that fact? Yeah, because I didn't initially realize that, and so I thought it was considerably better, because, like, okay, well, as long as you transform it, it's out of danger, and they won't get their card back. Because because it overwrites the text, but the way these new abilities work, I say new, obviously they're not new, but the way these abilities work, the way they're worded now, that isn't a thing. That sounds like you're disillusioned with the... Well, I was already unimpressed. And then even the sort of vague, oh, I guess it's not that bad if you... Like, Magical Christmas Land, it's pretty good. It's just such a huge mana investment. Like Tide Hollow Sculler, you at least get to go after their... Yeah, well, yeah, for sure the dream is... Yeah, Tibalt's fun. The Tibalt is super fun. I saw Arkh4n have a game where he ran into Slivers, and the whole thing was insane to watch. Okay, so we're going to exile that. I can't quite play it, but if I play Bloodghast, maybe I can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need one more card in my graveyard, or one more card... or one more creature. Well, that's super unfortunate. So, I guess plussing on Tibalt to try to draw an Oko is like fairly unlikely to succeed. They don't have another Hogak, though. They do have a Vengevine, but they didn't manage to get it back this turn, which means I assume I'm safe from them trying to get it back next turn. So what if I go... You know, obviously I'm going to play land. Oh, shoot. Well, oh, I can mill myself, and this is how... Oh, but I don't have the... No, I have the Bloodghast. Oh, I can... Okay, so I'm gonna have a Hogak. We have the technology. We can rebuild him. Larger, stronger, more zombie-like. Yeah. Right. Exile your Hogak. But wait, we're not done. I would like to cast this Bloodghast. I would like to cast this Hogak. Tap that. Tap this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Woohoo! All right, go. The downside is I had to use my Shardless Agent. So my Shardless Agent I would have liked to have to block, because then it would die and get rid of their 2 bridges. But I have a Hogak. It's not all bad. Are they playing for blue? Uh-oh. Well, that's terrifying. Opponent is going to mill themselves a bunch. Yeah, I'm F6'd from here. Hopefully the opponent has the kind of luck I had while I was playing Hogak. It's a lot of zombies. Oh, they hit a Hogak. Well, I think we're just dead now. Probably just dead now. Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right. It's okay. We'll get him in 2 and 3. We'll get him in game 2 and 3. Or die trying. So, Leyline, Plague Engineer, and that's probably it. I wonder if they have some kind of sideboard for us. Just not sure what they have access to. Force Negation's probably better than Misdirection here. Keep. This hand seems exceedingly playable. Can't remember. Are these the... Those are the creatures from Esper, right? These are the creatures from a different shard. They're not from Jund. With the flavor of this being that, like, while the conflux was happening, the shards were bleeding into each other. Yeah, well, I didn't play back then either, right? Like, I met... Yeah, chat, help! I need flavor answers. Gravecrawler. Gravecrawler! Oh, yeah. Oh, he's coming for you. Uh-oh. Gotta pee. Goes to combat. Sure. Crank it in for 2. You got it. It's because Gravedigger was a monster truck. That's why I definitely feel like there's a relationship between the two. Gravedigger, also an excellent Magic card. I believe it's common. Is that correct? Was the original printing of Gravedigger common? No, it's uncommon. It's from Odyssey. But it's something that Mark Rosewater often points to as, like, this is the reason that we always print these recursion effects at uncommon if they're attached to, like, a creature. Gravedigger, OG Gravedigger should be common. I'm not sure. Or was it from before Odyssey? No, there's no way. Am I just plussing Tibalt? I'm just plussing Tibalt. He overtakes the Gravecrawler, no problem. They're fetching in response to my plussing my Tibalt. I don't like the sound of this. I don't know. Okay. We flipped up a Marsh Flats off of their deck, which will not... Oh, no, it will. It will. We can get a Plateau with it. And an Oko off of ours. Seems good. Trophies my Tibalt, not the Leyline. I can still play the Oko and the Marsh Flats. Is this okay? I feel like I can let them kill the Tibalt, because they're not killing the Leyline. Like, that's way more important. Alright, you got it. Common is Tempest and Odyssey. Tempest? Portal. Well, I mean, Portal wasn't a draft set. Like, I mean, I'm sure people did draft Portal. I think Tempest came first. But either way, it being a common in Tempest was like a problematic thing for Limited, because you could just loop 2 of them. Okay. Oh, I was supposed to play their their marsh flats there. It's okay, I'll do it next turn. Play my Oko. Make a feud. Bloop. Grave Scrabbler is neat. The one from Future Sight. What is the deal with that one? I don't remember. I know there's one somewhere where it's like a morbid trigger. Boop. 2/2. Oh, yeah, it's the one with madness. And if the madness was paid, yeah. That card's insane, right? Like that card is very, very good. So let's boot up our food and play their marsh flats and pass the turn. Grave Shifter? Okay. No. The madness one is the one I was thinking of. I just I mistook madness for like morbid or kicker or like any number of like funky way. Boot up your emblem, I wish. I don't know why they put them on the battlefield. I really don't understand that. I have no idea why they put emblems on the battlefield. That is not where they belong. So if they swing with Gravecrawler and Vengevine here, I'll take out their Vengevine with my food. No, what am I talking about? I'll just eat their Gravecrawler. They should attack with like only Vengevine? No, what are they doing? I don't know. Because I have this Elvish Spirit guy, so let's just have their food eat the Gravecrawler, and then we'll make a food and play a Spirit Guide. I also have a backup Oko. Emblem is a permanent. No. It shouldn't be on the battlefield. I mean, I know why Magic Online puts them on the battlefield, because they just don't have a better plan. But no, emblems are not permanents. Okay, so Plague Engineer on Zombie seems good. He's in your head. Zombie. Oh. Didn't mill me for 2? Opponent is just bleeding value. Yeah, emblems aren't permanents, and I see this question come up all the time, and I don't know who to blame for it. Like, in my life, I have encountered someone saying that sagas trigger during the draw step, because the reminder text on Saga says after you draw, and after you draw, the first priority pass is in the draw step. So they literally wrote the text on a card that would mislead people who actually understand the general structure of Magic the Gathering, which is one of the problems I have with it. Is like, why did they squeeze this itty bitty, really poorly written reminder text onto these cards that is only misleading to people who would actually read it, right? Because what it should just say is when you play it, when it enters the battlefield, or at the beginning of your pre-combat main phase or first main phase, because that's when it happens. It's not after you draw. Do you know how much of your turn is after you draw? First main phase, combat, second main phase or post-combat main phase, the cleanup step. Like, what? It's like 2/3 of your turn is after you draw. So if it's not actually after you draw, then what? I don't mention fortifications. No. Would that count as cheating or lying? I've never seen Darksteel Garrison played in a tournament. I've not seen Darksteel Garrison registered in a tournament, so no. Fortifying, I don't think there's any problem with ignoring the fact that fortification is a thing. Darksteel Garrison, yeah. It's the only fortification in all of Magic. It was a new card type, or yeah, new artifact subtype introduced in Future Sight and never used again. It probably never will be used. Is the current wisdom from on high. Okay, so we're on the draw. Do I want Gemstone Caverns? Probably not. I guess I could. I think we're all right. There are no legal contraptions in Black Border Magic, but contraption as a concept is actually legal in Black Border Magic because they made a change fairly recently, actually, where you are now allowed to name cards that are not legal in the format you're playing. So I believe that if there was ever anything that asked you to name an artifact subtype, I'm pretty sure you could name contraption. There are not that many others, so... I probably should have mulled to Leyline here. Cabal Therapy. Resolves. What are they going to name? Shardless Agent. They did hit, but we have an Ardent Plea, so we should be all right here. We will definitely be at least okay. I need almost any dual land in my deck works for this, actually. Probably should have mulled to Leyline. No, I mean, I suppose so. This hand's not bad considering, though. We can cast Leyline too if we flip it off of our Tibalt. So, okay, looks like they don't have a crab. Satyr Wayfinder. I think I'll just counter this to stop them getting any velocity going, just so my Tibalt has less to deal with. Because I think the way we lose this game is the way we lost game one, and essentially that is we let them get too much on board before we can deal with it. We'll go, yeah, red blue here. If I let them get too much into play before I can deal with it, that is how we lose. Hello? Game? Magic Online ate one of my mana there for a half second. Was concerning. Tibalt, Cosmic Imposter. Hello, opponent. Welcome to my nightmare. I can play this Bridge from Below in 2 turns. I should have played 2 Rainbow Lands. I should. You know. If you don't know, now you know. Shoulda played 2 Rainbow Lands off the bat and anticipated that we could have drawn a Bridge from Below. Good deck construction kept me from casting uncastable cards. Rats. I can't believe it. I'm losing to a rug. They didn't aggressively crack their Bloodstained Mire. I have to assume that this means they have some kind of Assassin's Trophy or otherwise here, but we're just going to keep exiling from the top. Okay, I got a Bayou off their deck. I will play that. So you can alternate cast Force of Will if you have a blue card in your hand. We don't right now, but my opponent doesn't know that. Unless they're watching this right now. In which case, hi opponent. I hope you're doing well. Oko, Thief of Crowns. Do I elk their crab? It makes it green. I think because it makes it green, I'm gonna go ahead and choose not. They also get to see this Force of Will hanging out in exile that could go after them, so I think we'll just hang out with this. They have one card in hand, so if they didn't have a trophy there for my Tibalt, I'm feeling pretty confident. Their graveyard is pretty sad here. I really don't understand why they didn't crack that Bloodstained Hierophant. The looming Force of Will. The eventual left. It's a legal turn in Florida. All right, they got a Bloodcast coming in, but I'm at 16, so no Hasteroo. And they don't have 2 black or green creatures. So they can't cast the Hogak they found. I mean the Hogelk. Hogelk? Hogelk is funny. They can't cast the Hogelk they found. Hogelk. They can't attack my Tibalt, so now I can ultimate Tibalt, exile all the cards from all the graveyards, and we get red, 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 which we can use to cast them, but red, red, red in the case of the Tibalt emblem means any color. So that's kind of neat. Oh, this is going to be a Vengevine? Yeah, shoot. All right. So they're probably going to crack in on my Tibalt here and take him off alt, which is... that's fine. Oh, no, they're going to cast the Hogak. That seems crazy to me, but all right. All right. So if I ultimate the Tibalt, I get an Assassin's Trophy, which I can use to pick off Hogak or Vengevine or Bloodghast or Hedron Crab. I can boot up my food to block. I guess the trophy just hangs out in exile, right? So what if I ultimate this Tibalt and then play Shardless Agent, get a new Tibalt? We'll use that one to eat their Hogak, which we'll be able to cast in the future. And then we can Assassin's Trophy their Vengevine if we need to. Yeah, this seems like all the things I want to be doing. Let's play this non-damaging land first. Let's do this thing. So exile everything from all the graveyards. Also, I would like to be able to play them. Can I work that? Is that a deal we can work out? Tell me what you need to hear, Magic Online. I just, I need to know. I need to know what you need. All right. So we'll place Shardless Agent for red, red. Red is a blue, red is a green, and red is a colorless. Cascade. It's a cascada, but I am assuming it's close enough. Cascada, it means the shell. You know, on the outside of the seafood, like the oyster or something like this, you have the shell, All right, so exile Hugach, and then we'll make an elk of our own. Yeah, block the Vengevine, and then I could play Hogak, but what if we just play a crab as a chump block? You do a really good Spanish accent. I assume anyone who's actually Spanish ethnicity would be horrified. Do you speak Spanish? I do speak a small amount of Spanish. It's Spanish. Yes. Cascara. Every time we touch. But that's European, which makes me laugh because that's like what do they call it? Euro trance? Eurobeat? Is it Eurobeat? I think it's Eurobeat. I think we just pass here. I've got an Assassin's Trophy and everything else that I've got going on. I think we're going to be fine. We just exiled their graveyard with our Haymaker Planeswalker. He does everything. He slices, he dices, he cuts julienne fries, and he acts as a Tormod's Crypt. Okay, so they drew a card, and it's something they can cast. Stitcher's Supplier. Yeah, I can't force that. I have 2 Force of Wills in exile. Your hand has 10 cards. Kind of. Okay, they milled nothing useful. That's tremendous. A+. Cause every time we touch, I get this feeling. I do like that song, I gotta say. I can't lie. Not gonna mince words. I like that song. I like it. What do you want from me? All right, I'm just gonna hold the trophy. I don't need to do anything about that. Let's see if we draw a land off of Tibalt. Quite the flood over here. We're flooding like the Nile. All right, we got one. So this is one of my lands, and then 2. So Foothills should get my Trop. So will Catacombs. I don't have any more red producing lands in my deck, but yeah. Oh, there's a Hedron Crab trigger. I guess I'll mill myself. Oh shit, I milled myself. Milled a Force of Will. Yikes. Maybe I don't want to fetch. Maybe I should have just played one of these lands from my hand. I should play this Hogak though. What if I make Hedron Crab into a green creature so I have more green creatures for casting Hogak? Oh, but I do want to fetch to mill myself because I don't currently have enough cards in my graveyard to cast Hogak as easily as I'd like. Okay, cool. We have a Taiga and a Trop. Sure. I'll get the Taiga. Mill myself again. I don't know anybody else. When I think about you, I mill myself. Whoa, I don't know anybody else. Whoa, no. Oh, no. You're the one that made me cast Hogak. You're the star that makes me shine. I don't know. I can't riff on all the lyrics, all right? Drummer, not lyricist. I write really bad songs. All the songs I've written are really poor. Yeah, that's enough. I do like that song though too. Both from its appearance in Austin Powers and for the fact that it's a reasonably famous, reasonable pop song that's definitely about masturbation. All right. They don't have a Cabal Therapy. They have no way to sack any of their creatures right now. So the Bridge from Below in their graveyard is pretty safe. And my food token is actually owned by me. Opponent said GG's and has conceded out. Yes! That was a really sweet match against Dredge there, or Hogak. No. He would just say he was a really good fisherman, that he caught the thickest fish, that nobody's ever fished like he has, that when it came to baiting, that people said he was the master. I feel like that's how that would go down. With his tiny hand. You don't need big hands to hold a fishing rod. I will tell you something, man. My smallish hands, proportionally to how, large of a human I am, definitely mentally and personally held me back from wanting to be a guitar player or a piano player. But I'll tell you, you don't need large hands to be a good drummer. You just do not. Same with cooking. Don't need big hands for it. Magic the Gathering. Only if you're going to play Battle Wits. Even 80 card piles I can shuffle. And Michael Chan is a very, very small man, and he can shuffle a triple-sleeved 60-card deck no problem, so... More to the point, too, like, most people butcher shuffling cards. If you've ever seen Paul shuffle his Legacy deck with, like, care and delicacy, I guarantee you all of his cards, when he resells them, they are at the same condition as when he bought them, because his shuffling technique is perfect. It's freaking unreal, dude. Shuffle my modern deck like my right hand is a Benedict. I shuffle my any of my decks so far, and I always bridge them. Let me grab a deck right now, and bridge it on stream. But I always do the riffle, and I definitely have seen some people be somewhat horrified. It took me a while to get a handle on doing it with double sleeve decks, but I can do it up in the air. And there's a player who still plays in Toronto named Andrew Oyen, and his cards, what I'm chasing is his cards had a crease down the center. And when I was a teenager, I just thought like that was like the neatest thing. Like he aggressively and consistently shuffled for so long that they all had this like very midline crease. We shipped the first one, it didn't have enough mana. Looks like we're shipping the second one because this also doesn't have enough mana. Sucks to be me on the play. Opponent keeps their 7. Yikes. That's the first keepable hand we have. We'll just ship both of these Valkis and hope we hit a Cascade spell. We'll lead on Wooded Foothills in case my opponent's on Wasteland, and then if we top deck a Cascade spell, we're off to the races on turn 2. So let's do it. Oh, it's oops. Chrome Mox. All right. So I could force that. I'm not going to. Maybe I'm going to regret this almost instantly. Okay. This only takes them to 3 mana. But I feel like I have to just force this, because if their last mana source is an Elvish Spirit Guide or something like that, we just get shafted. So get out of here. Get out of here. Get the fuck out. Oops, all spells my ass. Oh, nice. All right. And we can take their Chrome Mox. Seems good. Seems good. I've got blue and green, so let's get blue and white there, and I also will have red and green this way. Perfect. So I've got everything covered for my next Cascade. Doop 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 doop. Tibalt, Cosmic Imposter. Oh my, opponent. It seems that you're about to be shanghaied by an imposter. This is such a terrible fate. This match was a meme. That's why we're playing it. That's 100% what we're here to do, my friend. You don't want to see memes in action, you can get the fuck out. Do I want a fresh Tibalt right now? Oh my god. We stole a Pact of Negation off of their deck. If we get one more mana, this is going to be fantastic. They didn't play anything last turn. I assume they're just looking for like 1 or 2 more mana. Fucking amazing. Don't we need 3 blue? Is it 3? Is it 5 or is it 4? Oh, it's 5. Good, good. I'm glad I know that. Sorry, I was thinking Summoner's Pact. Yeah, no. It's 3 blue. I checked. Don't ask the poor little bot. It seems to be having trouble tonight. Yeah, it's Force of Will's mana cost. So we found the land and a Lotus Petal. So I'm just gonna... Oh, I can cast the Oko. Because the way Force works, we have to pay on the next upkeep. Not immediately, so we'll be fine. Sorry, what? Or Valki and hit a Simian... What? Did I miss a statement from Alex? This matchup is a meme. Or Valki and hit a Simian maybe. What? Couldn't you Valki and take creature from hand instead of Oko? I could have. I don't have a Valki in exile. I mean, I guess I could just go Cascade into one. Maybe that's what we'll do this turn. I just feel like increasing my clock here is good. Although, maybe the Valki increases it almost as much as the Oko. So let's say I put a 2/2 into play this turn, then they'd be on a 4-turn clock. Right now, they're on a 3-turn clock. Summoner's Pact. Resolves. Oh, they're playing Summoner's Pact, so they might not even have the creature in their hand. Wild Canter. Oh, okay, so they're going to go for the 2-turn combo? They're going to try to combo over 2 turns. Do I pack this? I don't think so. I could Violent Outburst at instant speed right now to get Valki and steal a creature out of their hand, but if they have 2, we get wrecked. Packed it and they die to their pact. I suppose, but I mean, I don't need to pack this spell, do I? Are they gonna... I mean, if they ritual a second time... This isn't even enough to cast... This is only enough to cast Undercity Informer. But this is not enough to cast the other one. So I can just let the first one resolve. This isn't enough mana for them to win yet. They need more. They need to have more. Okay, so I do have to counter this because if they have a spirit guide or something to pitch to it, we would die. But if they have a spirit guide to pitch to it, then it resolves. Do you stream Legacy challenges ever? I might stream the challenge playing this deck on Sunday. I was thinking of it. I feel like that would be really, really funny. Because I'm doing the vintage thing on tomorrow. And I'm doing the vintage thing on Mana Traders tomorrow. Oh, Reaple Cheap, you are a human being in Jiggy Wiggy's circle of influence. And or you influence the Jiggy Wiggy. Anyway, Undercity Informer. Okay, so this doesn't help. It does block their pacts. And then... Oh, they need their graveyard. Yeah. And they're not on blue cards at all, so I think we just do something like this. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I guess their force or their Pact of Negations are blue cards. Also, I'm reducing my blue count by a lot here. What if we do something crazy like this? And this. See you in a bit, Mr. Maple Syrup. But yeah, Reaple Cheap, I've been considering doing the Legacy challenge, either with Mono Blue Urza or maybe this deck. Just with my computer being as is, I don't want to play any fair blue deck that's going to take me to over 20 minutes in clock, because my computer starts choking up really hard, and so I don't want to have to deal with that. Do you want help with the metagame thing? Probably. I don't know that I want it, but I definitely need it. I'm more than happy to just like run into it head first until I figure shit out, but I always am happy to have more intelligent people than me in my circle of influence. All right. Is this good? Seems good. Seems good. But I gotta see how the vintage thing goes tomorrow, because I think the vintage top 8 is on Sunday. Opponent mulls to 6. We will also mulligan because we didn't find a Leyline. Also, we had not enough lands. Definitely keeping this one. This hand is great. Buy its stuff. Opponent keeps their 6. I will keep my 6. I will ship. I'm really tempted to ship one of these lands. Okay. But I don't think I need to. So we'll just ship a, quote, redundant Shardless Agent. Hello. Enjoy. I packed sideboard hate. Did you? This is a warning from the Mana Symbol channel. Always pack your hate. Also, you should probably wrap your rascal if you know what I'm talking about. I got some stories. All right. What do you have, opponent? Some kind of combo? Some sort of combination? Duress. Thoughtseize? Inquisition? The answer is none of the above. Wow! Just fantastic. Right there. Right her. That was so risky from them, right? If they have a discard spell, for them not to cast it last turn, that's insane, right? That's insane. It's insane. You're crazy. Why are you so crazy, opponent? Blue, green. Are you one of those people that compiles metadata reple cheap? Wow. Metadata reple cheap. Metadata reple cheap. Metadata reple cheap. Metadata reple cheap. Ooh, Dark Ritual. Sick. Trying to think of Rubber Baby Buggy Bumpers. Rubber Baby Buggy Bumpers. Rubber Baby Buggy Bumpers. You help with the Legacy Challenge full metagame thing. Nice. Well, it looks super professional. Every time I see it, I'm like super impressed, and I always think like, why don't we have that for Modern? And it's because there are, you know, it's honestly just the player base of the corresponding format is has a different demographic. Okay, so we'll just go attack for 2. Play Hoko. The save of crowns and make a food. And then we passing the turn. Dear opponent, did you find what you need? Maybe. Okay, here they go. I'm in danger. Gets Elvish Spirit Guide. That's terrifying. So this means they're going to go off this turn? And remove my Leyline? Wild. Nature's Claim. Yep. Dark Ritual. Yep. Yep. And they had the Spirit Guide. Oh, shoot. Look at the cards. So what are they doing with this deck? They Narcomoeba into Thassa's Oracle. Got it. Cool. Okay. So I think I'm pretty happy with my sideboarding, although Lavinia is not as good as I was hoping for. So let's just get some more forces back in. Misdirection would have been fine there. Meta seems very combo heavy right now. I would not be surprised. It's a new combo deck in town, so... Everyone got their racing pants on. Double Leyline. Double Leyline, Simian Spirit Guide, and Elvish Spirit Guide. I am down to 8 Cascaders right now. Hey, Shwen. It's been going well. Round 1, I faced some jackass who was playing Lavinia in his main deck, in addition to Teferis. So that was really tough. But other than that, it's been pretty interesting. We had a good match against Hogak. We've got an interesting match going here against Oops All Spells. You've been playing against a lot of Tibalt. No. That's the reason I conceded game 2. I had an Oko that I could play, and you have 2 Commandeers in your sideboard. I mean, that doesn't seem insane, but I had an Oko, and so in theory, I could have like begun to attempt to try to play through. And someone in my chat was like, why didn't you stay in that game? And I was like, I'm not going to beat Shwen playing any kind of fair deck with that going on. All right, they're going to name one of my Cascade spells, right? Resolves. They could have a second therapy, but I choose to be unafraid. Name's Violent Outburst. I don't know. You're just like you're way too good at the format, and you came prepared. I'm like, I'm just not. I don't want to play that match. If someone brought a hate deck, good for them. Like, I'm super happy that people are doing what you were doing there. Yes, Modern is plagued by this stuff. And it's still evolving, which is problematic because it's really, really hard to get any kind of handle on like what you need to play around or against. Everyone on Twitter is exceptionally angry. I am. I'm not exceptionally angry because like this is just Modern being Modern. When Oops All Spells and Belcher came out, it was very similar. Everyone loves a hot new busted linear combo deck. That's the fact of the matter. Like that is what Modern is. If there's a new busted linear combo deck, everyone's on board. If you remember the kid from ANC, Finn, who loved playing Grishol brand and stuff like that, that's the personality of Modern. So from game 2, when I looked through their deck, it looked like they didn't have any Force of Vigors. So here's hoping that we basically have them dead to rights here. Although, if they do have Force of Vigor, this turn I'm going to have a food. So if they double target their force, I can split it onto Leyline food token. Also, we just hit a Shardless Agent, so that's great. Might get a land drop out of this guy. Gal. Whatever. I love this art. Woohoo! Burn that bird to say. I guess I should have put Tibalt in there, or Valki in there, because we'd have lethal on board. But no, I have the food token, so we're good. Sure. I took one of their Elvish Spirit Guides. That's awesome. Yeah, people, I mean, I think it's true in every format, though, Arkh4n. People don't like to have to play a bunch of, like, very narrow BS in their deck. This is not modern, and it's not meant to be modern board. People don't like to have to play a bunch of narrow BS in their decks that they liked. They liked knowing what they were competing against, and, like, even though they would lose to Neobrand occasionally, like, people knew what Neobrand was, and you, like, chose not to play the cards, but, like, everyone is playing the Tibalt's deck. I played 2 leagues where I was playing Tibalt's Trickery, and we ran into 3 in one league and 4 in the other. And the decks are evolving. There's an Esper build now that plays, like, Supreme Verdict, Bone Crusher Giants, and Arkh4n and Strifo? Motherfucker. I have to play against Arkh4n and Strifo. Why? Why does this always happen to me? It happened when I was playing Elves. Yeah, and that's the other thing, though. I've played a Tibalt-less league already as well. This hand is not good enough. It's better. Not great, though. Oh, we're gonna get wrecked so hard. Oh, I've got 12 Cascade spells in my deck. Is that enough? No. Alright. Send back this guy. Send back that guy. You think the turbo list is really good against Chase? Am I playing the turbo list? I don't think I'm playing the turbo list. I just need to limit his selection as much as humanly possible until I can find Cascade spell. Problem is I don't have enough card quantity right now. Not what I was looking for. I mean, it's one of the things I needed, so... But... Not protagonist. Just so you know, I don't know. Oh, no, no. You can watch from both sides all you want, not protagonist. I didn't know Chase was streaming. Oh, now I'm upset that I'm streaming. Why am I streaming while my favorite streamer is streaming? Shit, son. I fucked up. I looked online before I went live. I was gonna take tonight off and just he's playing just for Discord. What? Boo. Is it his Discord? No. No, because I'm in his Discord. Oh, man. I'm missing Chase streaming. I'm a nerd. You demanded it of him. No, that's fine. Welcome. Invite anyone who wants to see the other side of it in if they're around. All right. Well, we got double protection. It was definitely worse than mine. Well, I stole mine from Arkh4n because I don't innovate. I'm a thief, but I'm at least a tasteful thief most of the time. Uro. That's fine. You can have an Uro. Cascade spell. You cereal right now? I got 12 of these. I got 12 of these. I'm upset. This is as bad as that match I played against Doom. Yeah, resolves. You got it. Snack. Love the snack. You got to be kidding me. Come on now. Come on now. All right, discard my mana. I don't need it anymore. If I find a Cascade spell and he manages to beat it, I am going to be a little upset. Little upset. Oh, he's going to put Uro in? That might be interesting. Yeah, he's putting Uro in. Okay, so force pitching, Force of Negation. Yeah, that was like the one thing I was really hoping he wouldn't have here. I guess I just Force Negation? Yeah, we're definitely going to Force Negation. Oh, there's more. Misdirection. Misdirection the Drown Lock by pitching Misdirection? No, pitching Force and have it retarget the Misdirection if I'm allowed to. What the hell just happened? Target for Drown Lock cannot be changed. What? I don't have it. I don't have another spell that can target. Okay. That's just fucking stupid. Alright, let's let the Euro resolve, and then maybe we grab Tibalt and we just exile it right away. Yeah, that's on me. I'm just an idiot. Don't mind me over here. Also, he had 2 castable counterspells in his deck there. That's rough. Cascade. Get the thing. Play the thing. Oh, really? This time I'm allowed? Great. Sweet. Wonderful. Wouldn't have to waste a down tick on Tibalt doing that, and now he's going to have Punishing Fire. Yeah. All right. All right. Just done. Fuck. Oh, man. That's super unfortunate. Okay. I mean, I misplayed there, but geez, that was super punishing and random. What a frustrating way to go down there. Definitely want Leyline in this matchup. I think we need a bit of a leg up. Guess I can cut a little bit of mana. Is that insane? It's probably insane, and I'm going to do it anyway. Let's go. Let's go! Why Lavinia? I didn't board in Lavinia. Oh, in the sideboard. I don't know exactly what he put it there for. Oh, I'm on less Cascade spells. I shouldn't have kept this. It had the Leyline. I got distracted. General usage and mirror matches. I mean, Lavinia in Legacy is a thing. I mean, it stops forces. It stops all manner of things. Oh, I should have played City. Warped. God, I'm just not thinking. I can't believe it. I drew a set of lands that doesn't cast this. Oh. Well. Force fodder for the Force Gods, I suppose. All right. Oko, the Thief of Crowns. Crap. Okay. Oh, right. Do I think he's got Trophy in his hand? Probably. But if he has Trophy, I'm going to have to put it on one of my lands. That's a yikes. Okay. More. I don't wanna. All right. We're going to draw any of our rainbow lands. Actually, pretty much... Fuck. He drew his 1 of Wasteland in his 80 cards. Yikes. Okay. Oh, no. Oh, no. Alright. Can't do it. Oh. Should have fought over the Oko, I guess. Ah. So I'm 0-2 against my favorite Legacy players and 2-1 in all the matchups where I didn't play someone against whom I feel like I'm incredibly disadvantaged. And in the case of Arkh4n, literally packed nonstop hate. So I don't feel bad about this run so far. Your vote is for Vintage next? All right, we'll just do some Vintage. Because I'm probably going to call it early tonight. On or at midnight. Maybe even before, we'll see. But just because we're playing Vintage starting at 10 a.m. tomorrow, and I want to see if I can be sharp. I won't be, but I'll try.
Just give him one of these.
Hey, it's Arkh4n. Listen, I've been horrifically mishandling your deck, but I want you to know my first round opponent is one of my friends, Arkh4n, Lynn Chalice, and he literally played turn 2 Lavinia against me in game 1. In game 1, turn 2 Lavinia. So you have made a thing happen. I mean, partially. You're partially responsible for someone packing main deck Lavinias. He's a spy. No, he's just a Legacy fan, and he loves to metagame. Personally, I prefer to play decks that are more fair than this, but this is like these decks are fun as like a novelty. Yes. Can I keep this hand? I guess I can. I'm on the play. It's turn 3, but we've got an Oko and a Force. No. I don't think I'm not. I wasn't gonna play another league of this ever again, probably anyway. So. Only 2-2. Well, I ran into Lynn Chalice and Strifo. Arkh4n, in the very first game of my league, played turn 2 Lavinia on the play against me. So... I don't think it's going to be banned, dude. I don't think this is going to be banned in Legacy or Modern. I think what's much more likely... I'm letting that resolve, right? What is this, Elves? No, my opponent said that they're playing more of a fun deck. Well, we'll see. Opponent also said, oh god, no, not the new one. So, we'll see. I beat Oops on this deck, so I feel good. We beat Oops. Yeah, we could be playing Dredge. We got all the Jedi Masters in here. I know, it's crazy. So is it 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. where you're at, Arkh4n? Because I do feel like you could definitely hit the hay, but I'm happy to have you around. Scoos. Not relevant, resolves. You will be eaten by my Tibalt. Yes, Reaple Cheap, I know he hangs with the best. All right, so we'll play Ardent Plea, which will get us our boy. I'll take my 1 damage first. I think that's fair. $4 a.m. Oh, you're gonna stream the challenge tomorrow? Cool. I'll try to pop in between the Mana Traders vintage nonsense that I'm playing. All right, opponent, what do you got? What is about to happen to me? Glimpse, trigger. Life from Loam. Resolves. Enjoy your mana. Do your worst. I'm excited to die. If I'm to die, let it be playing an unfair deck. Plateau. Orcish Lumberjack. Oh, you're a baller, opponent. Hell yeah. Look at this guy. His chainsaw looks really frightening. I agree. Black Lotus with legs. Exactly. 100% correct. Well, my Tibalt just flipped me 2 Taigas, one off each deck, I suppose. Play Taiga, and then do I want to play Skoos, and I'm going to play Shardless, or I'm going to play Oko? I guess Oko to turn the Orcish Lumberjack into an elk would be bad. Because I could play a second Tibalt, but I think that's excessive. Yeah, well, I'm going to turn it into an elk, right? So letting it survive as an elk is that's no life for an Orcish Lumberjack. No Orcish Lumberjack should be made to live as an elk. Let's see if you have the guts to keep the chainsaw Ewok around. Listen, don't challenge me, because I'll do it. Ask Roy. I make stupid decisions based on it being entertaining for chat all the time. We can use lightsabers. Oh, it's got an old school green frame. Oh, this is awesome. That's awesome. Nobody except for me ever plays old border creatures or lands or whatever. I love playing as many old border cards as I can. This is awesome. I love that. Big fan. Moto finally did something right. Agreed. Suddenly elk doesn't look so bad. Agreed. I hope before the end of the match, though, we find out what they're trying to Orcish Lumberjack into. Die for your country, Skoos. Die for your country. Probably plays Titan? Yeah, I would guess so. Cross format all-star. Loam, sure. Titania? Yeah, Titania is a house. I wonder if there's this. Oh, the synergy between Orcish Lumberjack and Dryad Arbor is just that you can Green Sun Zenith for the. Oh, sure. You can Green Sun Zenith for the Dryad Arbor. You know, the chicken wings were originally developed to sell parts that the states wouldn't consume. Yes. Yes, I did. Yeah, initially chicken wings were like the inedible part of the chicken. All right. What if we go exile your Dryad Arbor? I guess just exile the Lumberjack. Exile the Lumberjack, Shardless into a new Tibalt. Yeah, exile the Elk. Then play the Shardless. Woohoo! They're just vehicles for sauce. I mean, all the best food in the world is vehicle for a sauce. That's the best part about starches. Starches are just vehicles for sauce. Well, I'm playing Vintage tomorrow, so I already know what I'm playing in that. So we'll plus here. Play Taiga. I'll play the Orcish Lumberjack. Thank you very much. It looks like the worm has turned, opponent. I wish you well in death. Look at this guy. He's so cool. Chopping up them trees. All right, they could have Primeval Titan here, which will be really funny because then I'll exile it and then I'll get a Primeval Titan. We won't be able to get a Field of the Dead out of our deck because they definitely have Field in their deck. But this looks like it's gonna be one of those interesting matchups. Because I think when I saw Arkh4n playing this deck that we're on, I saw multiple matches where they played about 1 or 2 turns and it was just over. When he hit Reanimator, that was hilarious. So if anyone's interested, check out Legacy Council on Twitch. His videos on this deck were sick. Resolves. I did not have the Force of Will. So it's going to be Field and I don't know what. Like Bog is not used. Oh, Dark Depths. Dark Depths and Thespian Stage? Oh, fuck. Well, that could be problematic. Well... I think that used to be part of the Modern Cloud Post version. I'm sure it was part of some of them, yeah. So they can put a 20/20 into play on the next turn cycle and kill me on the one after that. They could put it in an instant speed in a way where I won't be able to deal with it. So the question is, do I have to exile this Primeval Titan? Or should I try to do something else with my Tibalt? Because we're not playing Wastelands or any way to deal with the Merit Lage in game 1. Yeah. If I could force them to do it at sorcery speed, we would have something. But I think we just exile top, see what we get. Ha! Got him! It's just that easy, folks. Just that easy. No, we got it. Oh my god. Do I put another Tibalt into play to eat their Titan? Yeah, the answer is yes. The answer is always more Tibalts. No, more Tibalts for the Tibalt god. Triggers. I know the Tibalt that I had in play was 1 turn off of being able to ult here. But I just don't want to leave a Primeval Titan in play. I think that's hot nonsense. Eat your Titan. Crack you for 4. Sweet. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could just do 6 and play the Primeval Titan. The Merit Lage is not coming down at instant speed anyway, right? So let's just do it. I know I'm out of Valkis. Yeah, I know that. I know that's my last Valki, but I'm gonna get the prime time. If you were sponsored by Loco? What is Loco? Go. They got a wasteland. Well, that doesn't suck for them. They have a Clothis, sure. So they can't produce their Merit Lage at sorcery speed, though. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I might be able to kill them here with Violent Outburst. Yeah, I also wish Misdirection hit abilities right now. I checked it during this game because I was like, wait, does it do the thing? Okay, if we hit a Wasteland here, we actually get to shut down their Dark Depths combo. Okay, there's an Oko. Okay, so is this helpful? No. Yes? Maybe? I'm going to be 1 point short. Because I couldn't use Tibalt to remove their creature. I don't have anything for Oko to boot up to attack here. If I did, they would just make their 20/20 to block. Blast Zone can't deal with this. Yeah, I think we're dead. The only way we can win here is if they just choose not to block. So, see what happens. Triggers. Just don't block. What am I going to do? Kill you? This ain't lethal. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I can put them to literally 1. Boo. Oh, I could have elked my... No, because if I elk my thing, they can see the Oko. So if they... Yeah. Rats. Yeah, let's just go to the next one. I lose to Merit Lage so much. Like, so much. We even drew the out here, and it wasn't good enough. Even Oko making a food wasn't good enough. Yikes. All right. I really don't have a lot against a lands deck, huh? Like, at all. I guess Lavinia is maybe something. We've got Dismember and Plague Engineer, I guess. These are probably the best cards we have. Just cut these and these. Maybe Misdirection is better to cut than Force of Negation. Yeah, exactly. Legacy Goblins. Exactly. Clearly the healthiest format. Do I want to have Force of Vigor here? I just don't know what they could be bringing in against me. I don't love the idea of just being totally cold to some kind of artifact or enchantment hate piece, but alright, let's roll. I've got Dismembers, so hopefully whatever they bring in is a creature, because they're playing Green Sun Zenith, so that seems likely. Legacy Goblins, you missed match 1 of this league where we ran into Lavinia in a main deck, so... Lavinia in a main deck, healthy sign of a vintage format. Was this turn 2? Yeah, all right. We have extra mana too, so if we start getting wastelanded or something like that, we can play through a little bit. Opponent snaps off their 7. That's a yikes from me, dog. We're still reeling and the league's almost over. I mean, if you're reeling in the years, if you're having a lot of time. How was Vintage at 1 a.m.? It was good. The queue took a while, but otherwise it's fine. Dear opponent, my Planeswalker will take you off your mana. Sincerely yours, Tibalt. Did we 5-0? No, we were 3-0, and then I lost to Shops, which is pretty unusual, and I lost to I think it was the Yawgmoth's Will blue pile we ran into. It was probably Breach. I never saw a Breach, but they had pretty disgusting hands. Okay. Oh no, there's nothing wrong with having to sleep. I mean, you gotta sleep. Sleep's important. Dat member. Wait, I can take less damage by using my cities. And then exile a Spirit Guide. Take down the Reclaimer. Do I think they're likely to play any blue cards? I think playing out a Gemstone Mine is probably smarter than playing out a Dryad Arbor, so I'm going to do that. I don't think they play anything blue, but I got Reb if we need it. Lumberjack. Yeah, you got your boy. 30 centimeters of snow? Holy crap. We got like a teensy scotch of snow here. Am I just eating their Lumberjack here? I think so. I don't think I want to leave that in play. Eat the Lumberjack. Play the Dryad Arbor. Play Lumberjack? Yeah. Okay. Elvish Spirit God lacks flying? You didn't know? Yeah. I mean, this is a color shifted version, right? Listen, Roy, it's not that kind of spirit, all right? It's not the kind of spirit. You're thinking of the wrong kind of spirits. This sucker is 40% alcohol. It's not cask strength, all right? Sylvan Library. That's a draw. It needs to be a green monkey? No, it's color shifted. They usually also change the creature type correspondingly. What did I want to play here? Sylvan Library. Try to find an Oko. Yeah, we've got multiple re-Tibalts. Elf is too isful. What? What? Gaddock Teague. Resolves. You've never drunk absinthe? I have a bottle. I should have done that in the reverse order because Tibalt's going to exile the top. Absinthe's nothing special. It's just very, very, very strong liquor with a taste of basically like black licorice. Yeah, the color is lovely, but mine is cheap. Yeah, anise. That's right. Mine is cheap. Not by choice. That was just what they were selling at the LCBO, and so it doesn't loche. And loching is the. Oop. What did I just do? Cast Simian Spirit Guide. Where did it go? What? Exile Simian Spirit Guide with Simian Spirit Guide's ability. Cast Simian Spirit... What? No, I can't reverse it. I just exiled the Spirit Guide to play itself. Okay. That's okay, we got a free league now. So, I'm gonna take a picture of this. This was in game 2 of match 5. Roy, the bot told you. Stop reading it. Yeah, you might want that for tomorrow. Okay, so I want lands on top, put on top, put on top. We got Aethersworn Canonist off our opponent's deck. This is not a problem right now because I already have a Tibalt in play. So it's fine. I guess I can play a Valki here, see if we can eat a Primeval Titan out of their hand, and then turn him into a Titan afterwards. Titania. Oh, they had an Oath there. Oh, they can't cast Oath. That's so funny. They hosed themselves. If I remove their creature, they'll be able to Oath, but then they won't have a creature to Oath with. So then they'll not be able to Oath. But then I don't need to remove their creature. But then if I remove their creature, they won't be able to... Uh-oh. I think I broke my brain. There we go. And we're back. Oh, sorry, not Oath. Natural Order. Order is the no. Natural Order. Natural Order is the card in their hand. Yeah, I'm just an idiot. Don't worry about me. All right. Misdirection seems kind of bad, but I don't know if there's anything better. I do want this Gemstone Caverns. So, do that. Let's go! Let's fucking go! Let's go get that 3-2 with a free $10 rebate. Turn 2 on the draw means my opponent gets a turn 2 first. But I have Oko, but I can't cast the Oko. This is sketchy. Turn 2 on the draw with Force backup. Or sorry, turn 1 on the draw with Force backup. Me likey. Me likey, me love you long time. Let's go, baby. Let's go! Mox Diamond, you got it. That's not an artifact that I can exile. Denied. Going for blue. Green, red, green, blue, and white, blue. So this is that's the optimal. Cast this. Exile. Exile. Tap 1. A woohoo! Turn potato to say a woohoo! Tibalt. What if that was my Mox? Fine. It's dangerous if they have some kind of like 1-drop haste creature, but it's possible they kept a hand that doesn't really do much without that. We'll see. Opponent says, that's so terrible, lol. Yeah, ... Yeah. It's pretty brutal. Hit him with the dots. Hit him with the dots. Every time I hear people talking in this context about like how they're gonna fix this, though, I just keep thinking there's just no way to do it. I'm interested if anyone in chat actually has a thought on what that would be, but I literally don't think there's anything they can do about this interaction. They're just like the way double face cards are designed, like they're not like split cards and they will never be like split cards. So I don't like, I guess they could have them become the total converted mana cost. You only cast the front of the card. That would, you know what? That would do it. That would do it for this one. But that doesn't fix Tibalt's trickery. Because there's two obnoxious things happening right now. I guess the trickery deck is more of a one-trick pony. So that probably would work. Because these decks seem just better so far. Alright, so this doesn't affect Mox Diamond. I do want to crack this because I have a limited number of mana sources this can actually fetch out, and I don't want to draw too many of them. Plateau plus Trop casts everything. The Tibalt deck seems a lot better than the Trickery deck. I think so too. Definitely seems like it. It definitely seems like the Magic Online brain trust consensus is that's the case. Trickery is brittle. Yeah, exactly. So I can play their Mox Diamond now. Doesn't like help me much or anything, but it's better than Gemstone Mine. Geth's Verdict. I mean, yeah, that's a card you could play. Do I play Shardless Agent and then just leave the Valki in my deck, or do I just play this Valki out of my hand? Oh, let's just play the Valki out of my hand. This is like a reasonable way to go about this. I can leave up red mana for red if I want it. We're in Elvish's house eating their food from their fridge. Yeah, that is an apt metaphor. Okay, they're just on lands. Got it. All right, cool. All right, the Dryad Arbor. Oh no, they could get my Tibalt for 1. I'm in trouble now. I do have to be cognizant of them having natural order in their deck. Like right now, if they attack with both their creatures, I probably block the Dryad Arbor with my Valki, because if I block the Gaddock Teague and then they get to natural order for something, that sounds not fun. I looked it up the other day. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and oh, I know it's in here. Oh, Tom Brady? Is it the Patriots? The Pats? Is that the team he plays with? I feel like that's the team he plays with. New England? Raises on the Bucks now. What? But he was on the Patriots, right? Oh, it's Tampa Bay. Because someone was asking about cocktails for a Super Bowl party, and I was like, okay, you need something like really Florida, like Sex on the Beach. And then Kansas City, I would just want some kind of like quality brown liquor. Something like proper American. It's in the Patriots for like 20 years. Okay, good. I'm like, I'm not an idiot, right? I mean, I am an idiot, but still. Not that much. Oko. Elk. Something in a hurricane glass. Exactly. Pass the turn. Symbol of amateur mixology. Amateur? I was a goddamn professional. A professional waiter. But there was no one at our restaurant who knew how to mix any drinks other than... I think margarita was the only drink that everyone knew what to do. Professional drummer. Also professional drummer. Not surprising, professional drummer is also a professional alcohol maker. Okay, so plus this. Oh, we hit a lumberjack? Sick. And that. Cocktail drummer. Nice. I like that. Good quality humor there. Still don't really want to kill this, but I should, because then they don't have a creature. Alright, we'll attack. I gotta get this clock going, because the clock's going on me. So you just put the Shardless Agent into play. Cascade into a Valki and just not cast it. But anyway, because of my job at the restaurant as a waiter, and because we were expected to make cocktails for people who would walk in, who could just ask for anything they want, even though we weren't trained on anything, I just started deep diving on cocktails, and I found that it was fun, so I just learned how to make like everything. Oh, we're gonna swap for their Gaddock Teague next turn. That's what we're gonna do. The turn before they can cast Prime Time. Although it looks like they're gonna do something here. Paper airplanes everywhere. You wish. People don't know what they're ordering. So, no. Okay, this might be problematic. Everclear. I think the sex on the beach is more Florida than anything else. I know it was invented by a Floridian, so. Opponent says my one chance. Okay. So will Tibalt their Titania. Play it. Are you enjoying this deck as well? Yes, I am. Get back Wooded Foothills. Then Elk their 5/3. They've got the... Oh, I should have Elk the Reclaimer. I'm an idiot. Sorry, there's too much stuff going on and I'm too low on clock. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Kansas City. Something with some kind of like literal American whiskey. Is Kansas south enough to make bourbon though? Like, I know literally... So it's a myth that bourbon has to be made in Bourbon County or any nonsense like that. You can make bourbon anywhere in the continental United States. My question is, do people make bourbon in Kansas? Because you need a lot of corn. If it's a corn state, then people are making bourbon. It has to be 51% corn. It has to be matured in first fired oak barrels, and it has to be brewed on the continental United States. Arkh4n of Valor's Reach. Okay. Well, I guess I know what I'm milking this turn. Could just exile it with Tibalt, I guess. Oh, right. That was the Trump gaffe, right? Was him saying Kansas City was in Kansas. One of many, obviously. Should have fetched it end of turn, but I'm bad. No, I'm not gonna forget. That's fine. I didn't need it anyway. So they're on all 3/3s, so attack, and that's it. Right. You do like being up on Nick Fit? I wouldn't call this Nick Fit, but maybe this is the real Nick Fit. Because I saw that I played a deck that people said was Nick Fit, but that has been more recently referred to, or the list that I saw that were similar to it was referred to as Rector Fit. And I was disappointed because I was like, this doesn't seem like random garbage card Jund. This deck has a plan. I thought Nick Fit was like the joke of Legacy because it was like a bunch of random garbage that just didn't have a plan. Oops, I meant to cast the Plague Engineer, but that's okay. Because we're going to Plague Engineer their Elks so that their Arkh4n wouldn't trade with my any of my 3-power creatures. Rector, hardly newer. Nice. Nice. Oh, we'll get to kill their Teague this way, so. He's at Kithkin, right? Anyone confirm or deny? It's fine. I'm not gonna have time to check. Oh, we're gonna name Advisor here. Maybe world first on Plague Engineer on Advisor. No. Come on. All right, navigated that turn terribly, but I think we should still pull this out. Not sure. So we got a 3/2, plus we'll get reimbursed for the league if I submit my paperwork, which is kind of neat. So yeah, Arkh4n's crazy legacy Valki deck. It's a blast. There's definitely people who are aware of it. There's more people packing hate. So I think we had a Simian Spirit Guide that exiled itself to attempt to cast itself, and it was then in exile, so it couldn't. So I got nothing, while the game said, you cast a Simian Spirit Guide. I suffered from a bug, that is correct. I suffered from a severely detrimental bug. We cast Simian Spirit Guide and exiled it with itself. So literally the game said, you cast Simian Spirit Guide. I'm looking at my battlefield going, no, I didn't. And I look at my exile and it's like, there it is. This deck is very, very intelligently crafted, well done, etc. Obviously you could mess with the sideboard and some of the main deck. I don't think you can solve the problem of your opponent playing turn 2 Lavinia, but them's the breaks. Yeah, it's just a blast. If you want to have fun with this deck while it's legal in the current form, I think you can definitely do so for a while. But again, the hate is out more than it was before. Also, if you run into actual factual like force decks, you might have to mulligan yourself into oblivion. So you might get beat up that way. Anywho, we are hopping off of this.
Meanwhile,
Vintage tonight. I think I'm just going to play one league of Vintage with song requests on, so I'm turning that on in a half second. If you're in the future on YouTube and you want to hang out with live music, you can find me at twitch.com/manasymbol, CYMBAL, like the instrument. And for everyone who's live, we're going to be switching over to some Vintage soon. A little bit of Ren and Strips, which I'm going to be playing tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Time in just 11 hours and 22 minutes. Right here on the Mana Symbol channel, we'll be competing in the Mana Traders series, playing some Vintage, and probably getting roundly housed by brilliant players that I'm going to have to compete against. But should be a good time either way. I will be back in half a second, although let's get this bot running. We got some song requests from the end of last night, so let's start off with these guys.